Hi, I'm Jenny Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I'm here with,
Liz Parker, senior editor.
and we are here to talk about the new product highlights for the last month, July of 2024. And just like every month, the producers that we write about at Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery have given us a lot to talk about in terms of new, interesting, innovative, occasionally weird products that are worth talking about. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm going to start off with Kind Snacks. They're in the better for you space. And this is interesting. It's not sweet, it's not chocolatey, it's not peanut buttery. It's a line of savory bars. Um, Not, it turns out not everybody, I have a raging sweet tooth, but there are people that appreciate having savory, not too sweet alternatives. And this is an interesting entry from a major brand. We've seen a lot from startups, people that you might encounter at Expo West, but this is a big label brand and headed for presumably Target and big box stores. So I'd be interested to see how it performs and connects with Americans once it gets on the shelf.
Yeah, I found these flavors interesting as well. I don't think there, I guess jalapeno was a spicy flavor because I've been seeing a lot of spicy, savory snacks, but paprika, rosemary shouldn't be spicy, just should be interesting and savory. So I'd be curious to try them out. For my next one, we're talking about Welch's Fruitful Fruit Snacks. So if you know Welch's, you know they do plenty of fruit snacks, a lot of individually served, single serve packaging as well. And their newest thing is Fruitfuls, which are basically, I call them fruit leather because I used to buy them at Trader Joe's. I don't think anyone calls it that anymore, but they're basically just fruit
Yeah.
strips, like rectangular fruit strips. And they sent me a few and they're very good. So I think they're probably will do well around with consumers, especially if you're already a fan of Welch's.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember when the only fruit leather type things were they were called fruit leather. All the brand names escape me, but they were smaller people and they were called leather. I was in second grade, mom would pack them in my lunchbox, and we weren't supposed to snack in class, but if you unrolled it, you could stick it underneath your desk and
Hmm.
then sneak a bite when Miss Wilhelmi was not looking.
Of
So
course.
this is I think this is textured a little bit softer than the hippy dippy fruit leathers that I used to eat when I was a kid, a little bit more refined taste. But still a lot of fun. I approve of fruit snacks in their many formats, and this is a fun new one. Uh, the next one, we pick these separately and then we get together, and sometimes there's overlap. We had quite a bit of overlap this time. This one is a collaboration between Baked by Melissa, known for their cupcakes, and Clausen Pickles. They are pickle cupcakes.
Hmm.
And it turns out there's more food adventurous people out there because I've seen not just Liz wrote about it, but I've seen friends on social media post about whether their takes on it or sharing TikToks and reels of people eating these. And Liz, you actually had a chance to try these, right?
I did, yep. They sent them to my house. It's mini cupcakes, so very small. The first time I ever had Baked by Melissa, I was actually in New York, so it must have been like 2010. They're a New York
Hmm.
company. They do really cute like mini cupcakes, regular cupcakes, and I'm a fan of like pickle flavored snacks, so I was excited to try them. I will admit it wasn't entirely to my taste. I tried one, my fiance tried one. We're like, all right, this tastes like pickle for the most part.
Yeah, you're not normally a pickle girl at all, right?
No, I love pickles,
Okay.
actually. It was just a little odd to me because you've had, the cake, which is still sweet. I thought the cake might be like pickle
Mhm.
flavored too. So you have like the cake, which is still sweet, and then the frosting, which has like hints of like dill and like pickly taste. So I actually ended up giving it away on a local free group, and actually a bunch of people were interested in trying them. So it really just depends on the consumer, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, I might have to find a way to get these in my face because I'm a huge pickle person. There's a restaurant in Chicago not too terribly far from my house that has pickles as a side to their fried chicken and their fried fish, but they take the pickle juice and they turned it into pickle slushies, pickle teenies. I just like pickle mixed with seltzer water for pickle soda. It's so good. I might have to go there later today. Um, yeah. Liz, why don't you go?
The next product is on the flip side. It's a dessert product. So if you are familiar with Blaze Pizza, it's one of a few fast casual pizza places. You can create your own pizza or you can choose from preset ones. They also have desserts, which you might not know. So they are introducing a cinnamon bread. And it's interesting because I've been a Blaze fan for a while. Unfortunately, a lot of them closed around here recently, but they said it was the first oven-fired dessert. I remember them having like this little s'mores thing that they would toss
Yeah,
in the oven. That was
right.
great, but maybe they don't have that anymore. I don't know. So this is their cinnamon bread, and to me, it makes sense that they have this because I can tell you that their competitor, one of their competitors, Mod Pizza, they also do a cinnamon bread, which is pretty good because they make it for you like straight up, pretty much. Like if you order the cinnamon bread, they'll grab some dough, they'll slather on cinnamon and whatever else you want on it. So this seems like it might be more, I might be wrong on this, but it might be more of like a pre-made bread, but they'll put it in the oven for you. So I think consumers will probably appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not too terribly far. I think I'm about a mile away from a Blaze Pizza location. I haven't been in a while, but I might have to go and do some, purely for work reasons, try the cinnamon bread. I'm a dessert girl, so whenever somebody adds dessert to their menu, especially when it's more than just prepackaged cookies or something like that. Nothing wrong with prepackaged cookies, but you got this blazing hot oven. Why not offer me some blazing hot desserts? So it'll be interesting to see if consumers agree with me. If it's good enough, people might just skip the pizza altogether and just go right to the cinnamon bread, which I think I might do if I visit there later this week. My next one is Fancy Pants. I call them upscale. Better for you. They're still sugary, but they have premium ingredients, real butter, that kind of thing. So better in that way. And they have come out with their first gluten-free variety. And having enough celiac and gluten sensitive friends, people that have to watch their gluten intake always get real excited when somebody comes out with an alternative for them to eat that's actually good, indulgent, whether it be a higher end cookie, crispy cookie, like Fancy Pants offers, or when big brands like Oreo, Chips Ahoy come out with cookies that have no gluten that they can actually enjoy. So I believe I've shared this on social media and got a pretty good response. So well done, Fancy Pants.
Yeah, it's always good to have more gluten-free options. A number of my friends eat gluten-free nowadays. I was just going to mention the Chips Ahoy ones that came out recently too, because those tasted the same to me, and I like Chips Ahoy, so that's a good option as well. My next product is from Pretzel Maker, to Auntie Anne's, things like that. They are a chain, I think in malls usually, and they sell pretzels, pretzel bites. So they came out with Cheetos bites, which are kind of what you would probably think they are. They're pretzel bites covered in Cheetle, they call it, which is the official name for Cheetos dust. And Cheetos are obviously popular. They've always been popular. So this should be a popular product, I think.
Yeah, there's been some interesting dusting things. Morningstar has come out with chicken fingers. I'm not sure what their brand name is. Forgive me for not remembering, but chickenless chicken fingers that are coated with Pringles dust, which is kind of fun. I'm a big fan of if you've ever had Cheetos encrusted chicken, that's a good application. But I like when people do the dusting for me. So Pretzel Maker, it'll be interesting to see if people rush in to get a little bit of one of their favorite snacks on the outside of another one of their favorite snacks.
Yep.
My next product is Soul Grain granola. Soul Grain is a black owned granola brand that has some really interesting flavors. And they tend to be flavors that evoke African American cuisine. Sweet potato, banana pudding, Their latest favorite flavor is Purple Rain, which if you're a Prince fan like me, that's kind of I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting to see the number of higher end granola brands that are coming out, and this one is got some interesting twists on granola. So I am interested in trying it and seeing how it resonates with consumers.
I do remember writing that one up, and I thought like sweet potato granola was really interesting and new. And I think you said banana pudding. Neutral Nelly, I'm kind of curious. Did it say what that was about? What flavor?
Yeah, let me check the blend tap dance and talk about it while I look it up on the internet. I remember thinking it was really cool, but then I didn't have the brains to write it down. So
Oh,
I,
that's okay.
I will look it up. No, it's sweet.
I will say I'm not a huge granola fan, but a lot of people have been coming out with other type products. Like Dave's Killer Bread just came out with like these, they're like granola bites basically that they sent me. I have yet to try them, but they look pretty good. So people are kind of innovating with granola all the time, which is cool to see.
Yeah, I am a fan of granola, but if you put it in a bowl and pour milk on it, it's easy to eat, fine. If you're trying to snack it and you're like in the kitchen just pouring it into your face, it goes all over the place. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but the bites make a lot of sense. Neutral Nelly is a nut and fruit free, but it's made with amaranth, oats, hemp hearts, flaxseed, vanilla bean paste. I'm getting hungry. Pink sea salt, coconut oil, and a touch of maple syrup.
Okay. So kind of like a vanilla maple
Yeah,
flavor.
it's just slightly, it sounds slightly sweet, not super sweet, but no nuts and fruit. So if you've got a nut allergy, um, granola is a bit of a challenge, because they mostly have nuts. But yeah, it seems like Soul Grain has got you covered, nut allergists. Oh, it's
Good
Liz's
to
turn.
know. Yeah, my next one is the Fritos Twisters partnership. So when you think about Fritos, they're curly shaped, right? So this is kind of a natural partnership. The packaging is really cool. It's very like brightly colored. I think it was like red and blue, and it says like Twisters. And when I saw the new movie Twisters a couple weeks ago, one of the one of the characters was talking about like snacking on the road, and she's in her hand is the packaging, and she's eating the Fritos. And you know that Leo DiCaprio meme where he's like that? That's what I felt like doing. I was like, it's the packaging. So it's definitely a partnership with the movie, and people should flock to it, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. It's a silly movie. I do like the ride at Universal. Is that even up anymore?
Yeah, I remember right. Wasn't that like in the 90s, 2000s? I don't remember,
Yeah,
but a
I
few
think
people have mentioned it.
the last time I was at Universal was maybe about 10 years ago, and I think it was there.
Okay.
That and the Jaws ride was still there.
Oh yeah, they used to terrify me as a kid.
It's wild that a snack tie-in to a movie is being eaten in the movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. Like you definitely see like sponsored things. Like maybe I think they were driving a certain brand of car, and the camera made sure to show the brand, some sort of truck. So like stuff like that, okay, that makes sense. But like you don't really see snacks that often, at least not specific snacks.
Yeah. The next one is another, I'm a sucker for collaborations and tie-ins and things like that. Funyuns, the onion ring snack, has a flavor collaboration with Maruchan, a brand of ramen noodles. And if you were ever a poor college kid, you have fond memories of eating ramen in your dorm. If you are a Midwestern white girl like me, you might have had at potlucks a couple recipes where they take the ramen seasoning and they like add it to a salad. Um, and this reminds me of that because it takes Funyuns and it coats it in the ramen flavor. And well, Funyuns are one of my favorites. They're not the most best-selling, most popular snack, but I'm a sucker for them. And this is the kind of thing that I would go out and get if I was feeling snacky, which I often am. So interesting collab.
I'm a fan of Funyuns, but I'm like a Funyuns purist. Like I like the original flavor. And they sent me some samples of these. I was out of town this weekend, so I haven't been able to grab them yet. But I'm curious to try it. Like I'm not, I like ramen. I don't love it. So I'm curious to see like how the flavor translates with the Funyuns.
Yeah, and I'm interested. I like ramen in its purest form, I guess. When you go to a Japanese restaurant and it's in a pretty bowl and you've got the little radish slices and the and it looks really nice. I like that, but I'm a sucker for trashy 10 cents a bag ramen, and um Maruchan is one of the finer brands, so I'm sure it tastes delicious and upscale and awesome. Uh, oh, we overlapped a lot. Um,
Yeah.
Birch Benders, ube mochi pancake mix. Birch Benders is in the better for you space, keto, high protein, things like that. Ube is, if you're not familiar, it's a an Asian sweet potato that has this vibrant purple hue. And I believe Trader Joe's has had a pancake mix for a while. And Birch Benders has taken their BFY twist and launched their own version. Purple's my favorite color. Can you tell? So I'm a fan. This is the kind of thing that would grab me for sure. Will other pancake fans reach for it? Time will tell.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Trader Joe one. It was like all over Instagram when it first debuted. I want to say that was like a few years ago, maybe. So Birch Benders is now coming out with their new one. So it should be interesting. I would think if someone's maybe tried the Trader Joe, maybe they'll try this one and kind of compare and contrast. Oddly enough, with ube, I mostly see it in desserts. Like there's a Filipino restaurant in Detroit that had this like really cool like ube dessert that I had a while back. And I guess you could kind of say pancakes are desserts, but I guess they're more breakfast. So,
Yeah, I have played with it at home and it's real tricky. Ube is it can brown around the outside. So I've had it in cupcakes where it's covered with frosting. My 50th birthday cake was ube. It was pretty awesome. I made ube churros, my own recipe using ube extract, and they looked not great. They they look like twigs of a sick tree. Um, so I am interested in getting my hands on this to see how it cooks up. Because I'm sure it's lovely and purple on the outside, but if you cook it a little too much, will it look like it's, yeah, been a roadkill? Sorry, Birch Benders. Oh, we got time for one more. My favorite time of year, it's a tie between Halloween and summer because I like spooky stuff. I also like sun and the beach. I live right by the lake in Chicago, so Voodoo and a couple of other food service brands, other people are coming out with promotions around a holiday uh called Summer Wee, combining sun, fun, and spooky stuff. Voodoo Donut has a special limited time Summerween donut package that it takes some of their signature flavors and shapes and adds a little bit of a spooky twist, and it's a little bit fun, a little bit fun.
that sounds fun to me. I've never actually been to a Voodoo Donut, only because we don't have any in Detroit. So Voodoo Donut, if you're listening, you should come to Detroit. But I believe they have them in Chicago, right? You've been in Chicago before?
Yeah, they just a few months ago they opened up in the Fulton Market District, which is known for shopping and restaurants. It is there's had been a couple of interesting locations that opened up recently. Fabio Vivani, Top Chef fame, opened up his first location of Jars, which is like jars in a dessert. Levan has a location. I believe there's at least one or two other on that stretch, other donut people, but Voodoo has this special cash with it. They're famous. Started in Portland, expanded, and their first Chicago, and I think their first Midwest, if I'm not mistaken, which I very well could be. is the Chicago one. So hopefully they'll get up by you sometime soon, because yeah, they're fun. They're huge. If you feel like eating voodoo donuts, bring a friend with you. Uh,
Hmm.
share. Yeah, that's about it, right? We're out.
Yep, we're out of products for this month.
Yeah. I'm excited about seeing what comes in August, as always, but um yeah, for now we'll just say bye. If you've got a new snack or bakery product you would like to highlight or share, you can email me, spinnerj@bnpmedia.com.
Yep, or you could email me, parkere@bnpmedia.com.
Yeah, we love new products. We love talking about them, and we hope you like listening to us talk about them. So until next time, thanks for listening.